I'm Chip Rome with the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel, and for this episode of In the Know, we are at the Carnegie Free Library here in Connellsville, and with me is Phyllis Koval and Linda Gallardi, and they are representing the Connellsville Area Garden Club. Good to have you here, ladies.
Thank you.
Chip, thank you for having us, and thank you for helping us to advertise our upcoming geranium sale. As you said, I'm Phyllis Koval, and I am the chairman of the geranium sale.
And I'm the treasurer and a past officer of Garden Club.
Okay, great. And Armstrong's glad to help. This is a big thing for the community, and so we're glad to help get that word out.
We appreciate you helping us get the word out and also being a sponsor of the event. Armstrong is always so supportive of the Garden Club, the Lions Club, the Trail. They're always sponsoring something in town and helping us get word out, so we do appreciate that.
You're very welcome. We're glad to be part of the community. Phyllis, if you'll tell us about what's happening with the originally it was a festival, and now in the last couple of years it's changed to a geranium sale, which has been very successful. Talk about dates and how people could actually buy geraniums.
Yes, it was for many, many years it was the festival, and then in 2020 when we were in the midst of the pandemic, we knew we weren't going to be able to open up the festival and have people shoulder to shoulder. So we decided, but we wanted to do the geraniums. The community seems to like to purchase the geraniums, help support the garden club, and so we needed to figure out a way to do it. So we came up with a drive-through event, and this is our third year, and we're continuing it that way, mostly because it is very successful.
Yeah, it's one of your main fundraisers for the club.
It is one of our main fundraisers. When we did the festival in town, we usually sold an average of around 4,000 geraniums. Because of the drive-through event, and the biggest thing that I think people like is they pre-order the geraniums. What that means for our customers is that they get the exact color and the exact amount that they want, and they're assured of that. So when we would do it in town, we would sell approximately 4,000 geraniums, and you had to take your chances. With the pre-order and knowing that they were going to get exactly what they wanted, that amount has gone up to 6,000 or 7,000 geraniums.
Wow.
So it's a tremendous fundraiser for the Garden Club, and it seems to be something that the community is interested in.
Because they need geraniums. They need flowers anyhow.
Well, absolutely, absolutely. And Connellsville one time was called the geranium capital of the world.
I was sharing that with David.
Ogilvy's and the Ogilvy style of geranium is known worldwide.
And there was more geraniums actually grown here in Connellsville than anywhere else in the world. Yeah,
right. And that's sort of how the Geranium Festival history got started. But now we're doing a geranium sale, and we're going to continue it that way this year. So let me tell you a little bit about this year's sale.
Sure.
The first thing I think we should note is that the sale is on the pickup date, I should say, is on Saturday, May 21st. That's actually a week earlier than we've done it in the past. When it was an entire festival, we tied it to Memorial Day weekend and was an event that families could attend. And the first 2 years even of the drive-thru, we stuck with the Memorial Day weekend date. But one of the most common things we had request was, could we do the sale earlier? And we got together this year. We just talked to the grower, and we said, of course we can. Mm-hmm. And we're getting a lot of positive comments that people are happy to have their flowers a week before Memorial Day so that they can get them planted in their yards, at their graves, and be free on the Memorial Day weekend. Right. So I do want to make sure that the public does know this is a week earlier, May 21st. As we have said, the geraniums are all pre-ordered and prepaid. There are no sales that morning. Everything is done ahead of time. That makes it easy for the club. It makes it easier for the customer because there's no having to pay out money or guess on colors or whatever.
Just pick them up.
Just picking them up. So you have several ways to order the geraniums. There is a way to order online. If they go to our Garden Club Facebook page, which is Connellsville Area Garden Club.
Okay.
They can see the link for the online order. They click on that link. It's very simple. Up comes a simple order form, merely wants name, phone number, and what they want, how many geraniums they want. If they order online, they also have the option of using PayPal and not having to write a check.
Right.
Everyone is not comfortable with doing it that way. So obviously we have other options for them. The other way to do it, and I know you're going to help by advertising this for us, is we have my phone number, Linda Gallardi's phone number, and our club president, Becky Ambrosini, our 3 phone numbers. And all they have to do is call us. We're in our homes, we go to our computers, we take their order right there. If they do it that way, then they will pay by check.
Okay.
They make the check out to the Connellsville Area Garden Club, and they mail it to me, and you will give them that address. Or when they call us, we also give the address.
Right.
Once I get the check, it's marked paid. It's automatically on the spreadsheet. And then about a week before the sale, anyone that has given us an email address or also in the newspaper, we will put out a reminder. This is the date of the sale. This is the time of the sale. This is where you're coming. This is how the traffic's going to flow. Because this is our 3rd year, a lot of our customers have an idea how this is going to work. But the sale takes place in the old East End Fire Station, which is on 200 North Arch Street.
Right across from the post office, Connellsville Post Office.
Right next to City Hall.
Yeah.
They will come up behind City Hall on Water Street, and they just really make a big circle. We have the auxiliary police with us there. We divide our customers up alphabetically. For example, last year we had 320 customers, so you can't have that many cars coming at once. So we'll divide them alphabetically. Maybe A through G will come from 9 to 10 o'clock. We finish it all completely by the morning, and they put their last name on their car window. The auxiliary police will direct them to the front of the fire station, and we have garden club members and some student volunteers that will be there. We carry the geraniums right out to the car for them. They just have to open their door or open their trunks, and we load it, and away they go.
Just like Chick-fil-A.
Just like Chick-fil-A.
These right through, and then away you go.
The cost of the geraniums are $2.50 a geranium. Or if they want a flat, and many people do order by flats, that's 15 geraniums. That's $37.50.
Okay.
And we are offering 5 colors: red, white, pink, salmon, and purple, which they describe as a fuchsia shade.
Okay.
If you are ordering a flat, you do not have to order the same color. We mix and match whatever you want. It's no problem. We are ordering them again from Sunshine Greenhouses, which is located in Saxonburg. We dealt with them last year. We were very pleased with the quality of the geraniums and also the service they provided for us. They delivered all the geraniums in their trucks to us the day before so that we can sort them. They leave us their racks where we can also, put the sorted geraniums. And then after the sale on Saturday, they come and pick them up. So they have been great to work with.
That's great. And that deadline to order and pay for flowers is the 15th of May.
Right. We need to set a deadline for ordering so that we can, if we have to order additional flowers, so that we can just organize ourselves and be ready to have the sorting. Because when you're talking 5,000 or 6,000 geraniums, that's a lot of geraniums to sort.
That is.
Every one of them every order has to be sorted. So we cut it off on May 15th, and then we want the final payments for their geraniums by May 18th.
Okay.
We do not accept any money that day. Everything has to be pre-ordered and prepaid.
Right. That makes sense. So those dates are important. So folks, you want to make sure you get those orders and payment in before that. And then that day, it's just a matter of driving through.
Just drive through.
Yeah.
Yes, real simple.
Yeah. Now, you're also collecting food for the Bill Swan Food Pantry.
We did that last year, I think, was the first time. One of our members actually had that idea. We're so close to the community ministries, just right down the street, and we took truckloads down last year. As people drive up, and obviously they don't have to,
right.
But if they would like to bring canned goods or whatever kind of food items,
some type of non-perishable food,
they hand them to us. We had 2 pickup trucks sitting there. We just took them from the customer right onto the truck. At that truck field, they drove it down to the ministries. They knew we were coming, so it was a win-win for everyone.
Yeah, that's great. Well, excellent. Well, this is the sale, and the sale is a way for the club to make money, but you may wonder, what do they do with the money that they raise? And Linda is actually going to talk about that. So Linda, share what the Garden Club does in the community.
Okay. The big project we have going on now is Cameron Park. We are working on the amphitheater. We do have a gazebo there, but It's a project that is ongoing, and a lot of our profit from the geraniums goes to the Cameron Park project. But in town, we take care of 3.5 planters, cement planters over along the bike path on 3rd Street. And we do the City Plaza, which is next to City Hall. We take care of it's planted, it's mostly perennials, but we also weed and water at both locations.
And that's all summer long.
That's all summer long,
Yeah.
May through September. And then, let's see, down along North Pittsburgh Street, we have 3 planters there near the Chinese restaurant. And behind Martin's, there's a big circle that is also done by the Garden Club. Planting, weeding, watering.
Now, many of these locations are close to the bike trail, so as we have visitors coming in on the bike trail, they see how beautiful Connellsville is, courtesy of the Garden Club.
Right, and a lot of times when we're over there working, people come through on their bikes and tell us, they thank us.
I'm sure they do,
Yes.
and I thank you. Thank you for what you do. Now, you see these lovely shirts they have on here. You're probably wondering, how can I get one of those shirts? So I think you become a member of the Garden Club, and you can get a shirt. Is that right?
Absolutely. And we take, we always have to say that we encourage gentlemen to come. I think for a long time the Garden Club was mostly women, but we do have a few gentlemen that are members of the club, and then we have some of our the Garden Club members. Our husbands are part of our trail organization, and so we call them our auxiliary members.
That's good. And I'm sure you need those auxiliary members
my gosh.
when those 5,000 geraniums show up.
Well, sure, because when we have to set up the geranium distribution, I think we moved 25 long tables last year. I shouldn't say we.
Right, they moved.
They moved those tables.
Yeah.
They helped move the racks. So, and even when we go to do the planning and stuff, a lot of times the guys come and help us. So we always encourage membership. We have a very low yearly dues.
Right.
And we meet. Go ahead, Linda.
Okay, we meet every the 3rd Wednesday of the month at Trinity Lutheran Church at 10 a.m.
And your
And
phone
it
numbers are
includes
going to be on about the sale, and they can contact any of you about joining the club too, and also through the Facebook page.
Certainly,
Also,
yes.
but the Trinity Lutheran Church is actually near the library, near Carnegie Library. And Cameron Park, that Linda mentioned too, is right beside the library. If you're not familiar with that,
Right.
I thought of something else too. I'll have people say to me, "Well, I can't be in the Garden Club. I don't know anything about flowers or planting." That is furthest thing from a requirement, because we learn together. We have maybe 10 master gardeners, and they're wonderful teachers. Each month at the meetings, they do a demonstration for us. I know I have learned an awfully lot, but all it takes is just an interest in beautifying Connellsville and being part of a community event. You do not have to have a super knowledge of plants.
that's great. Well, I think I'm a master gardener. I have these little yellow flowers that come up in my yard every spring. They're beautiful. I think they call them dandelions. And I do really well with them.
Well, we'll teach you about those.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. So you're looking for members. They can come to the meeting. They can call you. You meet once a month, and then they can be part of that program too. So, a little more about Cameron Park. So the plan is to actually have some concerts there at some this amphitheater that you're
At the
building.
amphitheater.
Yeah. So
And
that would be nice.
Someday, maybe festivals.
Yeah, yeah. So that was originally the site of Cameron School, and that's why it's called Cameron Park.
Yes.
There's a basketball court there at this point, but there's a lot. I know you've already spent a lot of money. I think a lot of it's underground though, because
The wiring,
Yeah,
all the new
lighting.
yeah. So it's good. I look forward to seeing that as that kind of comes along. Well, thank you, Linda and Phyllis. Appreciate you coming here. Thanks for the work that you do with the Garden Club.
Thank you,
Thank you, Chip.
Yeah.
Thanks to Armstrong.
Yeah, I'm Chip Rowan, and now you're in the know.